Are you feeling overwhelmed with a jumble of apps and subscription? Tired of jumping between Notion, Slack, Dropbox, Evernote? Well, I'm going to show you a brief overview of how you can streamline your tech stack by switching over to the Microsoft 365 ecosystem. So here we have a comparison. On the left, we have the solopreneur, entrepreneur, startup, small business. On the right, we have the Microsoft 365 ecosystem. As a solopreneur, entrepreneur, so I'm not going to always list these out, but essentially if I say solopreneur startup, I mean the left column. So as a solopreneur, you most likely using Gmail as your email tool. And on Microsoft 365 side, we're looking at Outlook. On the startup world, we're using Evernote as your note-taking tool. And in the Microsoft world, we're looking at OneNote. For meetings, as in video calls, you're looking at Zoom in startup. And then we're looking at Teams in the Microsoft 365 world. For chat in the startup world, we're looking at Slack. And in the Microsoft 365 world, we're looking at Teams, again, doing a double duty. So in the Microsoft world, Teams is your chat, your video, your meetings. It's also a tool that aggregates a bunch of other Microsoft tools into that same space, make it extremely efficient and streamlined instead of jumping between two different apps, two different ecosystems and trying to do API integration, etc. So Teams handle all of your meetings and chat and all of that. For file storage, we have Dropbox in the startup world. And over into the Microsoft 365 world, we have OneDrive and SharePoint. OneDrive and SharePoint are essentially the same technology in the back, but I've listed both of them because they have been segmented for two specific purposes. OneDrive for your personal files, and then SharePoint for your team collaboration files. For content collaboration, OneNote, a great tool, excellent tool, is Notion. And in the Microsoft world, we have SharePoint and Loop. Loop is a new tool. So you could see that I have SharePoint listed twice. SharePoint is a tool for storing your document and files, but it could also be used for content pages and collaboration and communication. Think of maybe a communication department or marketing department. Great way of sharing information with a large number of people, but also they could have files attached to it as well for your collaboration. Think of maybe a law firm communicating information, but there's also case files attached to that communication. So those files are attached into SharePoint. So let's move down to project management. I have quite a few listed, but I have ClickUp listed at the top. But there's ClickUp, Asana, Monday.com, Trello, and Wrike. So definitely take a look at these tools. There's definitely more of them out there, but I listed ClickUp as one of the top contenders. In the Microsoft 365 world, we have Planner, but Microsoft also has something called To Do and Projects. So they've been working to merging these tools and making it more streamlined. And essentially the name at the time of this video that's been used is Microsoft Planner, but essentially it's all of those tools, To Do, Projects, they're being merged into this one unifying tool called Microsoft Planner. Next, we have CRM tools, which is customer relationship management, managing your people, your contacts, your communication, etc., and your business processes as well. We have HubSpot, one of the top contenders in the startup world, but definitely take a look at Zoho, Honeybook, and Pipedrive. In the Microsoft world, we have Microsoft Dynamics. That's also a mini ecosystem within the greater Microsoft ecosystem. The different components and modules that you could purchase based on your specific needs, different module for marketing or sales or your logistics in your business. So Microsoft Dynamics has all of that covered. And then let's move down to analytics in the startup world. So I've highlighted Qlik, but there's quite a bit more out there. But there's also Sensei and Tableau. And in the Microsoft world, then there's Power BI. So one of the key takeaways to take from this video is the left column. These are all separate entities, separate companies. So if you want your data to move and move between these different rows, these different apps, you may have to do custom development to integrate them, or a third-party tool to create integration and workflow connectivity to see what's happening between your different apps and different spaces. But if you're in the Microsoft ecosystem, you could have emails show up from your Outlook over into Notes and over into your Loop. And you could pull Power BI data from SharePoint and OneDrive and Planner. It all just works seamlessly together. The only thing you have to be mindful of, there is a subscription associated to each of these different tools, but they all work seamlessly together. You don't have to force a round peg into a square hole. It all just works. But on the left column, sometimes you will have to force a round peg into a square hole. So there you have it, guys. If you're in the left column and you want to be more streamlined, more efficient, definitely take a look at the Microsoft 365 ecosystem, and that could definitely increase your productivity. If you like these videos and would like to see more, leave a comment and definitely hit the like and subscribe button. Thank you for watching.